Got that body, 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 got that got that body, got that got that body, got that got that body.
Ready to start the music?
Yeah, I'm in here the regular music. Big up,
Well, the
casual
song
life.
good.
But the song no good, but big up casual life, but them that elevator music.
Who got all the
Me,
thing you know?
me no know. It's not me. Me hear something about for all the dogs. Me thought
Hmm.
that Jake talk about Jake disappointing album.
Oh, we live
Um,
already?
yeah,
Oh,
you know see the
well,
music
since
done.
we're live, I said since we're live, I just want to say good evening to each and everybody. Good evening to each and everybody who's tuning in right now. And the topics, yeah, man, you don't know, it's yours truly. You don't know, alongside Alan Powell. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the Real Entertainment Network for having us here. And we are live and direct. Make sure come in and share the show, share the live. Yeah, tag a politician. You know what I mean? They might learn something educational, maybe for future references. Yeah. So stand tall, Alan, Wagwan.
But I'm cool. Good night, Loretta. Good night, everybody out there, man. I see a lot of divisions this weekend, man. Big up Dr. Packer upon a good event, man. I, g- I could even say better than good event, man. An exceptional event. I hear people flying from all over. I see a little video there that it didn't look like Nevis. You check, but Nevis just there for it. Me see a whole village and within the crowd. So vibes,
Mm-hmm.
as me say, pick up Dr. Packer, I hear people that say how you get bigger and bigger. Um, Miss Stapleton will tell me it's 2 blocks she walk just to reach by the barbecue. That how much people there, how much people are park up, and yeah man, it was just good to see. The visions out there is doing the thing, man. I like to see it wherever it happen, man. So yeah, big up Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Packer for the good event there. Um, but Jason, I want to ask you a question because I want to know. First of all, this Will Smith and Jada Smith thing, right? When these kind of things happen in social media, we got, I don't know, that does happen more frequently and we got more access. This ain't like long time ago. You just take time out like with your girl, or you just have conversations with other women to tell them, yo, I have to find out like where they do with it, if they feel like this is wrong, them kind of thing. You look at them kind of conversations there with them.
Nope.
So you ain't seen no value in it.
If you base off of, well, the thing about it is, I mean, me not here, like, when it come to that situation, in terms of Will and Jada, like, me can't say nothing until me hear what Will got to say.
Okay.
Right
Well,
now, the media,
okay.
the media right now the media right now is responding for Will.
We're gonna get back to that because he did have a response and he had a classy response. I mean, if you see his response,
Mm-hmm.
his response was
Mm-mm.
he was laying down on a boat and the boat just a jive. He ain't saying nothing. You just seeing him on the boat a lay down and he put up a message say bye. I could sleep in any weather. And then he put up a next thing say he turn off his notifications. Then he put up another video. And it's just a video here up on the water, like beautiful islands behind here and all them type of things there. He ain't had nothing. You check, I like how he responded in them kind of ways. It was a good response. But we're going to get back to Will and Jada. And we're going to reach politics, but I want to deal with that a little. Because this got some angles.
Hmm.
Me does watch, right? Some loyalty tests. So one the partner and the loyalty test. The loyalty test does start before he start to make your call, whoever best friend and do chopping. So he would ask a question and he would say, could you do a 360 for me? A
Yeah.
360. So one the time I'm talking to my empress, right? And I'm telling her, honey, this is craziness right here, you know? Cause even partner saying, okay now Eddie, Eddie, big up Heinz. May I tell you this is crazy right here. These women doing 360 for this man. And he said the same thing. First, what is your opinion of a
Hmm.
woman just doing 360s? Ship and camera and a man say, you could do a 360 for me. What is your opinion? That's cool.
I mean, the question is asked depending upon how the person. But yeah, let's take a simple conversation, based on something question and after. Well, look.
And they got a boyfriend. They said they got a boyfriend. They said they got a boyfriend, but
Mm-hmm.
parents saying, you do a 360 for me. You feel like that's all right? Cause I feel like that craziness. But
Hmm.
make a, so hear my argument, Jason. Here's my argument. Because really and truly, the act of a lady just spinning around ain't nothing wrong with that. Huh? And even a woman would tell you, well, Alan, it's not like he can't walk around me and me not gonna walk down the road and he not gonna see me from a 360 view anyway. You know? What I am saying is, you meet a man fresh off, you don't know this man, and he'll tell you, spin around. Spin around, and you don't just spin around like a son. No, man. No, man, you disrespect the thing. You disrespect. In my
Um,
opinion.
for me, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. I could sense it now because you feel like you don't know the person and the person then just make a demand after you just boy to it.
He just tell you spin around like on top. And you're gonna because some of the ladies and then they hold their integrity and they're like, bro, big man, me ain't spinning on for you. So they pass the part of the test there. And as I'm saying, listen, it's just the fact that somebody could see you and tell you do this. And he was like, okay. No. That are really the foundation. Ain't even the spinning round. You're supposed to spin on if you want to spin on. Voluntary spinning. That's all I'm saying. But um back
But
to
wait,
the will
Alan.
and got it.
But hold on. Yeah, back to the William thing, right? But hold on. How was the show last week?
Which show you talking about? Did I hear?
The clash of the Powells.
Nobody give me no word yet.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, well, the only word I get, somebody said that I need to love me more. But me not really can go cause me can go like just show certain things. I
Okay.
had to take back certain things what I said about Van Zamri. Well, I don't really take it back, but just clarify. I've been saying dollars in the half by 100 million and change, but I just been to show the progression. We talk about all kind of different things. It was nice. It was a
Mm-hmm.
different setting, yeah. And over there got commercials and thing. I thought Daly and Tulu would have been there, but even just me and my father. Yeah, if anybody have any word to give me, I mean, yeah, man, put them in the comments. I will gonna highlight them, so the word will be public.
For sure.
Yeah, and I was also showing like how the impact what Van Sammy had on the economy as well. So
Mm-hmm.
in terms of he 5 years when he come back in, what he was able to do by one thing we don't know money boy, Van Sammy was amazing boy. The
Hmm.
amount of debt what he incur in his term, Mark averaging that every year. Is it? Mark doing damage. Jada, by so Jason, this is just to sell books.
But everything for social media is for numbers as usual, bro.
I just like by listen, I kind of puzzled too. I feel like if you're in a relationship and the relationship getting got done, just let them done. I'm telling you, I be got to learn no Lego. Even though by you gonna hurt, you better believe it's gonna hurt. Well, not to you, you know, okay. But you know what I mean,
Ah,
like to have. Tanya, you have to understand I was on a different platform, you know. I can't make a slip up over there and start to cuss. So you better believe. I started to think about all the conversations when we had with Rosalie Andre, them kind of manners there I went in with. But I feel like first of all, right, part of the problem is right, man got to we got to clarify what we're doing when it comes to toxic women. Toxic woman, there's a certain level of sweetness there, she has to be. She gotta be top notch, Jason. She got to be because toxic. you ever deal with a toxic woman, my boy? Isn't it lovely?
And
Isn't it? You know, got to say, isn't it lovely, Jason? Just oh, ain't it great? You go take off your glasses and all. I know. So those Lego them want more. That me good cousin. But yeah, but I had to do it in a politically correct manner. Them times though. And you know, I may understand in terms of this thing too. Will Smith is a man who, even though he been cheating the right way. I know Will Smith been out there and he had like some ladies out there, but you ain't even see them. Man. I've been not hearing no story about Will Smith. Man. This is just unfair. Man. I feel bad. I feel bad.
so who the better
Um,
person in the relationship?
who the better person?
Yeah.
Uh, well, according to the situation, well, but okay. Jason, I have a philosophy, and this knows when the ladies are no longer vexed with me. But I got little justification though. Um, you feel like a relationship could be equal, or somebody got to lead the relationship.
Somebody obviously got to lead.
Okay, all right. Um, I feel like no, and here the next thing is too. Whoever is leading the relationship is responsible for how the relationship turn out. So if he bad, then who will lead them to badness? Are the leader gonna take responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, we got this kind of way of 50-50 and blah this and blah that. But at the end of the day, you want somebody to take charge.
But listen, mate, I wanna say something, but I feel if I say so, I'm gonna get in problem with the ladies. So I'm gonna
Say it.
leave. No,
You can't leave me hanging.
you don't know she's irrelevant without Will. That's why she would never give up that last name. But listen, really and truly, right? Everything YB do now, right now, telling me that she she basically tell Will, yo, let me get this thing done with. We've been separated now for 7 years. I done had you upon the red table, and by the way, when I be look back at Will Smith performance on the red table, he need to be nominated. Like, if you could go back retroactively and nominate him for an Oscar, because the water way be this man had in his eye, I be still a use the meme there to this day. So he could have had them kind of water there in his eye. And he not even dealing with this woman for years, boy. That was a performance. But
But
everything YB shared what
but
by she wanna do this thing.
but yo, tell the people amazing. People are very amazing. And the fact that she said she was shocked when he called on my wife. She called on my wife. Don't call the wife name.
Boy Jason, you know what's than that huh? She said, well, when we came in here, I wasn't your wife. But I'm definitely gonna be leaving here as your wife. And by let me tell you, by they got some people done fact checking this woman with the Tupac story. That man said Tupac ain't proposed to she. He done got people went back and check out what time 1 month Tupac been in jail. Where she been at the moment in time to determine if this thing is possible. Them man don't put she in other locations. Ain't happen.
So that's a
Yeah, I
lie?
got to. That what I'm telling you, ain't nothing go like so. And then they still got this another lady because she actually married to Tupac after he come out of prison. She will move closer to he. She been a visit him every day. So when she been a say, but they need this rock and he propose. Cap.
Cap.
You see, see. So, you see, based upon what St. Jean said, that's how I need to keep my mouth shut. Upon what me say. But definitely compromise got to be hard, huh? Compromise definitely have to be hard. But man, that I lay back in some politics, boy. Cause Sinji sound like I say she will get conditional support, As long as she could pick the senator, she good. Oh, Jasmine, you know me and you,
Women are born leaders.
me and you just talk about that all the time. Boy, and you see, when it come to that, me not talk about that type of leadership now, I got examples of women doing that. Oh yeah, man. Jason, I've been telling you last week that something going on with the quotas.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've had a long day today. I wake up early this morning and walk all over me. This morning, I was walking past the courthouse at 6:30, and all of the window open, all of the door chop the casing. Everything just chop up. Every door
Mm-hmm.
open, all them in here down the lake or so. Everything just chop up. They just need to breathe, Me don't know what going on. I ain't do, as me say, me not do no reporting on the subject. Me just say me walk past the courthouse and the courthouse. Oh man, me hear the courthouse open for the majority of the day. Taking some breeze. Me don't know if Daily gonna come back and tell Harvey about some kind of fungus or some kind of thing. They look like he got a lab somewhere. They look like I say he got the lab, so maybe you have to turn it over to Daily to find out what's going on. But as me say, that it just look very strange to me. Seem very strange to me. That when me pass the two, if me pass the 6:30 and me tell you me say do a chop you know do a chop for instance basically 6.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna quote. Me don't think he had no quote today. If do
No
a chop
quote no
all day.
November.
Okay. You check it out. So as me say, I'm just watching again and seems to be entertaining. Something is getting. I know something going on, but I don't know exactly what. As me say, land registry don't move. That they up in a Solomon Arcade now, and the other registry gone down the road. See that?
Mole,
With
Alan
Tani.
Mole.
Who is MJ? Michael Jordan or Jackson?
But
Identify
but
which
he
one of
want me
the
say.
MJ says so.
But he want me say, right? We got we got basically four parties in Nevis. Yeah, that's what I mean. And you know, I hear the other party address these issues while going until closer to election. I mean, except NRP. NRP does address certain things, but I mean, it look like the Cyclone party and the next party want something else.
Listen. Well, okay. Let me do it this way. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in two ways. I'm gonna give you a strong reprimand. I don't feel like you should be making jokes at the expense of the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons. Cleon Tara Stapleton Simmons. Okay? Because I watch a video with she and she's hurt. Having said that, me can't control him out. But you can't say me not tell you. I don't feel like you should be doing it. It's my opinion. But we got to talk for 2 hours.
Stop the interview.
No, I mean I stopped the interview, but she hurt right now. I ain't gonna be doing it. They don't tell you what I'm gonna tell you. We gonna do that later because really and truly she's the centerpiece of this affair here tonight. You know what I'm saying? But me not bust no joke on the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons.
But me not bust no joke on she. Me just said the Cyclone party.
Listen. I ain't endorsing no kind of joke. I ain't endorse any personal attacks against the young lady. And I feel like me Lebanon. Okay, let me say another thing too. Because I feel like because this is a new forum and this is a new medium and we kind of different to again and your politicians I haven't got to wake up to the fact, right? I be got to bust some joke in order to like inform the public, you know. This ain't no, as me said, this ain't no let's start with Web or Herbert and all them kind of story there. I be got to put in a little entertainment. We got to put a little sauce. You check Panabi food. I saw I be want gravy, Panabi rice. You check it out, so don't bother feel like you're gonna tune into the thing and it's gonna be oh wow. No. I be go put a little gravy on the thing. So to an extent, but tonight I'm gonna be busting no joke on Miss Simmons. Again, that a break. I got a little couple angles off of some things already, she said. Which I'm going for them there. But as me said, I ain't endorsing the attacks against Miss Simmons. And the jokes. Okay? I'm gonna bust my jokes in private. You better believe that.
But she do unfriendly.
Oh, listen, that guy by the way, but this ain't even gonna do with that, you know. This is just Jason. When me don't tell people that them emotional, me not try to offend them or nothing, you know. Me just be emotional. Why you be a robot? Me try to tell you, yo, right now you're feeling something deep, and that may lead you to making a decision right now without thinking. That's all you emotional mean. Me just want you got an awareness that right now, what I be talk about, maybe you mean a lot more to you than to me. That's it. And me don't feel so too. When me hear Cleon, me hear some of that. You know what I'm saying? Me hear real feelings and real hurt. And me not going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You check? So tonight, as me tell him, I'll give you some grace. And really, me, I don't explain in the other part because, for example, big up to the premier. You understand? Even they unfriend you. He ain't give no water or nothing. Tell I be lie, I be not getting no cease and desist or nothing yet. He's supposed to understand that these jokes. You check? He not give
Mm-hmm.
none of that so far. Some other little people, them not understand. But them not here for long either. Jason, the report. I was listening clear one thing, and I thought I was gonna hear about the $4 to $6 million and the $20 million will come on Nevis. But now I hear I got to go listen to Edinburgh. Oftentimes these people hurt themselves, which is exactly what she did. Me not gonna listen to Edinburgh. Me not really care about the $4 million and the $6 million and the $20 million. And let me clarify. When me say me not care. If the money is gone, or if any illegality happen, I feel like justice should prevail in whatever form the authorities see justice to be fit. Now, I got so many questions about this money. So many questions. I hear from one particular individual over and over and over and over, and I have to get some $4 to $6 million. So let me deal with that first. $4 to $6 million in envelopes. Now they say it's in checks. I was checking to see if it's $4 to $6 million in cash. So they say it's in checks. The biggest check is $70,000. My question to you is, Jason, when these men doing audits and all this kind of thing, because I want to believe the CDB is a public bank. How them man get past the auditor? The auditor imp on the game? How
When they
much
check them up,
people,
pass it.
me got to go working with me to extract 200, no, not 200, $2 million out of money?
Remember the auditor pay included them?
So how much people supposed to end up be taking responsibility? But it wasn't said that the checks were cash and the money is put in brown envelopes. So now it's checks lab. Okay. You see, and this is the problem. This is the another problem, Tanya. Because we didn't hear about money. Me hear about money first, Cause my question was, when you're moving $4 million, I mean, I always go for the lower number in an envelope. But that they had to move. $70,000 in denominations is a good size bag. You don't know if these kind of dollar figures moving. How is this possible? And then here's another problem what is coming when people start to give me the check argument. Every check over $10,000 automatically lodged with the FBI. Over a certain amount of money, oh, you better believe it. And in order to move this amount of money, they would have had to go over the figure there several times. The check part, if them man got receipts for checks, them man got real evidence. If them man got cash, he had on. That's real gangster business. Cash money. But if them man got checks,
Hey, You know this show me? If listen, Alan. If the man got cash, that mean something will keep in somewhere, and the man will not pile up the money there and not deposit.
Definitely. Because even as the bank in and of itself got to got a certain amount of cash in there. You know? If if
Because guess
somebody
what?
if somebody was to go and say they want certain amounts of money, you're gonna make an appointment by the bank to get that there. You know? You can't just go down there and tell them, well, you know, I got 300,000 by that. You may 100. You can't just do it like so.
Alan, a lot of things we don't know is deposited, you know, because like for instance, I could use interpremy as an example. We don't know if the interpremy be deposited from the gate and for whatever, rather than be stored somewhere for just in case moment. I'm just using that as an example. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we don't know if it'll be deposited or not. We don't know if the gate money from the culture from ticket sales, all of them thing there, how much they're really going back to the bank and all that type of stuff there. So I'm just using those as examples. So that how me look at it from my perspective. Like, yo, the only how me could see this happening is the man deposit all the money what they don't make some lucrative cash. The man don't hold back something and build up till they're ready for something big again, and it come undetected.
You feel like we would ever see a day when we get the amount of people who attend certain public functions and the amount of money.
No,
Why not?
they could do it. You know, you think they can't go digital on certain things? They go digital to some extent because guess what? They want control that certain things gonna be out of their control, you know, but they want certain things to remain in control, and that's the analog system.
Well, if you want to do a simple system to determine how much people attend an event and how much money you raise, I gotta do a count your ticket sales. Huh? In a really take going digital.
You can quote them, no?
But what me I say, is that hard to do? Okay, let me just pick out the mango festival um
Yeah.
as an example, right? You keeping the mango festival now for 10 years.
Hmm.
If you were skipping the mango festival, for example, and 5 years ago you was joining 800 people, but you're able
Hmm.
to show in X amount of years after that, you now join 5,000 people. That ain't a good thing.
Yeah.
And what me I say is too, all of these events where you're keeping, you looking sponsorship, you looking all kind of partnerships and all kind of thing. If
But Alan,
you that guy,
me could tell you 5,000 people when me know eight, you know, 8,000 people, you know,
but
because
why would you?
at the end of the day, a number got to show regardless.
But why would you argue against? Why would you argue to say you had a worse event? If anything, I could see people exaggerating how many people came and saying you had a higher number than the 5, saying you had a 8. That
Hmm.
wouldn't make much sense to you. Because as I say now, me I think with business brain now, if me I try to join people, investors and all them kind of thing, ain't better for me to say me a job bigger.
But but guess what? But guess what? 5,000 that you know, 5,000 5,000 is already a good number. So no, so no. Next year now they go say they will try to go for 8 and after we look they get 12. Just cut off along.
but listen, right? Me nah try shift the goalpost now and talk about like you look at 12 and all and kind of thing. No. What me I say is, true we dealing with capitalism. The aim supposed to be some kind of incremental growth over time. You check? Now, it got ways where if you realize now, for example, you peaked at a certain number, you might got to increase prices to maintain some kind of standard in there, you know? But if you know what the number been, you could not manfully and say, this is the biggest mango fest. We got record numbers this year, etc. etc. That just how me thinking,
But
man.
Alan, but every year there's a culture. This year is the best culture, man.
And what me I say is, you ain't feel like you would have been better if we could have justify this thing, not just by saying, "Yo, this is the highest attended Queen show." I would have like Uno, for example, right? Well, I know how come they wouldn't allow me. Cause what would happen is, right? Man say 1,500 people attend the Queen show, and we make how much ever $1,000. You gonna get people gonna calculate and be able to realize what the amount of money why be them man make. That man give a 750 free ticket, huh? You understand them kind of ways? Cause watch out, all of them things that me want to know what going on, you know, me want to know what going on with the boopsing. How extensive is the
Or
boopsing?
you get in there now. But guess what? You might only pan the boops in.
Well, what else? What else he got?
So you feel like you're gonna be 750 free ticket?
It can't be 1,000.
Well,
I
he
don't want
ain't,
for
he ain't gonna be 750. He ain't gonna be 750 free ticket. You know what I mean? They're gonna say it to say whatever, but actually those tickets were sold and the money has been made and the money just stashed somewhere else, ready for something else again. Yeah, it's basically like your slush money.
Hmm. I hear you, but watch out, right? The money that's still slow now. You go do a lot of stacking or do any kind of thing serious with that thing. Like, it's more like lunch
Yeah,
money,
but the stocks. Listen, the stocks go fast, you know. The stocks can go very fast, you know.
Culture is one time a year, buddy. Them is some
But
small
I'm not talking
stacks.
about Culturama alone. We're not talking about the Culturama alone. You check it out. We could even talk about the dollar boot and all.
What is the dollar boat? I never heard of the dollar boat.
The dollar boot, the terminal boot, when you left the terminal, they will pay a dollar ticket.
Well,
We
nobody
could even go down
dictates.
right down to that there. Everything adds up, you know.
Yeah, everything add up, but me I try to tell you that there's some small add up. There's
Alone,
not a lot of
you look on
adding
it
up.
small, you look on it small, it don't add up because when you used to visit all these historical sites, you got to pay like $4 something so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know if all of these have been accounted for anything? No.
But well, when it comes, okay. So you're telling me the number what is coming in, you have the opinion in some areas everything is not being accounted for.
Exactly. Tanya, I
But
want you to tell me if me right or wrong. I want Tanya
But
tell me if me right or wrong now. I
but,
go use
but
Tanya as an
regard,
example.
but I understand what you're saying, right? But my ultimate conclusion is, regardless of the circumstance, there is always a way, a mechanism to determine how much went out and what come back in. Because what you know, hear what me I try to tell you. Even if you tell me that the official books look one way and another books look another way, somebody got to be determining what going on the other way. Somebody got to be
Alan,
keeping track of it.
Alan, you know, those catch be the last set of numbers them in the figure, you know.
The sense.
The la Yeah, the sense and them don't catch be, you know, because guess what? The sense and them don't make it so convincing, you know.
Mm, me just hit it with a lot of
When you
things
hear you
and
make
you hit me back with sense.
when,
No?
but pick sense or the nonsense. You understand me? If you go to a calypso shop, you understand me, and you pay $40 to go in, right? Mine, all the tickets them are solid numbers, you know. But at the end of the night, you say you make 50,760 something dollars and 90 something cents. I mine all the tickets are sold at a solid number, and you can bring back a solid number. But what be happening is they put it in other way, they know who make it so more convincing. That ain't make no sense, bro.
Um, I would like to ask a question. Is any
Yeah.
money spent on the for example? Let me just use the Calypso show as an example. Is any money
hmm
spent on the Calypso show?
Yeah, there's money spent on the Calypso show, and there are sponsors for the Calypso show also.
Nah, I argue with you. But
hmm
just the fact that there is money being spent mean we already gone somewhere go buy like some building materials, we gonna go rent something. Sense gonna be there at the end of the day. Just because of the money what we spend on the show, right? Are you wrong?
Yeah, but if you're telling me how much we made, you understand me because it's non for profit.
So if it's a non-profit, because you seem to believe like that there's some kind of rule was saying non-profits don't lose money. You know? Not
No,
for
I'm not
profit does
saying
not mean
non-profit don't go.
okay. Because that is my next question to you. How is Culture Armor losing money? Because you seem to think that we're starting from zero and we only adding in what we make. We ain't accounting for any of the expenditure. We got to
So
consider what we pay the talent as well.
so Jason is okay. Um, what you were saying in terms of that, like for instance, I get what you're saying in terms of money spent back, but most of the time, like the money, remember the money spent first, you know, before the money spent back, you know, the money is already spent first, you know.
And
So
this
like
is
for
what we
instance,
mean. So
renovations.
you're always supposed to start off in the red, you know? If really and truly what you're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. What you're saying is your gate receipt supposed to be an even
Yes,
number. Ain't supposed to get that nonsense.
yes,
When you tell me about your profit and your loss, that might get a sense because now you start to account for how much you spend on it, but your gate
yes.
receipt supposed to be an exact figure.
Thank you. Because with the premium most of the time don't talk about gate receipt, especially with the traveling to the boat.
I got one thing what I want to show you in what you're in on factor in at all. Foreign exchange.
I want me to factor in.
Foreign exchange. What about when a man come and he give me a US dollar?
So, Alan, even if he come and give you a US dollar, it's still gonna come up to the same $40 because you're still gonna match it, you know?
Listen, here where the tricky part come in now. If in a business you go in there and you give them $1, they're gonna treat it as $2.50. When you're dealing with this for accounting purposes, that is gonna be $2.60 something cents. A speaking facts or not?
But we going by the counts by the ticket, you know?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Pana, I ain't saying no. But I'm telling you, you know got foreign currency in your hand. Sometimes you got pound and euro and them thing there.
Yeah,
But
but guess what?
you
But guess what?
definitely wrong at US dollars.
But guess what? So if I come with my US dollar, hold on. If I come with my US dollar and buy a ticket for $40 and me don't work out what the currency be, that mean they got change for me.
Me not say no, but them watch it, cause them a win. You don't understand what I say. You don't understand what I say.
No, me understand what you say. Because when they get the US currency, you understand me, it goes up in them hand. After you go in them hand,
Definitely.
like for instance,
Yeah.
yeah,
So and that's what me say
I
when
get
you're accounting for it. You can't account for if you watch out. Let me put it to you another way. If you account for
I'm
it
glad you're giving them
and
the benefit of the doubt, eh?
no, because really and truly are people in some game. Cause if you account for it and you're taking off them 20 cents there, you're thief. Cause you ain't giving me the real number at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You, at the end of the day, you ain't giving me the real number. Is it? I say it's not a tip, but
So basically,
the
basically, you get catch too. Because guess what? See what I tell you, you go back to what I said, you get catch with the sense them again. Because no, if the number come back solid now, you understand me? It not gonna look right because you're gonna tell yourself what about the foreign currency now? After now the chippy in all the sense now it look more convincing, which you know a certain part of the solid number already done gone somewhere else.
listen, you're dealing with beer speculation at this moment. It's not teeth. That's Mr. Mr. Green, let me adjust it right now. Because I went and I do some searching. And it looked like young I'll give you $500. I tried to look through all kind of sessions in Parliament. Me look at every time Mark Bentley comment. Me look everything what Eric do. Zook ain't really even had no time in there to do nothing. But I can't find one bill that was put to the floor by a member of the Council of Citizen Movement. So if me wrong, I'm sure they are gonna flood and say this is the time when the premier did put it in the bill, but me can't find none of them. I could find the premier getting
But
up in
Alan,
support and to make a statement, but not to put no bill forward.
but Alan,
You know what I'm saying?
tell me something. Do you have to pay to advertise on the CCM page if you want to open a business?
No, that's just out of the goodness of the Council of Citizen Movement. How dare you ask that question?
I just want to know if you know what I mean. It look like if you want to advertise, you know what I mean. You go to the CCM page.
See? Lionel said the same thing. And me not arguing, but when them account for that there, the accounting for it as $2.65.
So for 7 years, he in there, not one bill for doing this or anything, and I don't give the red skin.
Your money been safe. Your money been safe. But Javan, here what happened. Here what I recognize because he ain't gonna fool me still. And this is how I come back to be on the side of the premier. Okay. You make me go full circle and still come back on the side of my premier. I realize how smart Timothy Harris really be in terms of politics. Because as I tell you, Timothy Harris give Mark Brantley as the Premier Nevis the job as the chief diplomat. The chief diplomat job is to get out the country. If you don't believe me, watch Denzel Douglas and how he been moving since he come the Minister of Foreign Affairs. That's your job. Is just like the Secretary of State for America. So Timothy gave him a job to get out the country. And then make it was he give him a job where that doesn't really pass no bill. Because Javan, let me watch Dougie, you know. I bet you Dougie ain't gonna pass no bill. Well, he in there. Cause he ain't really gonna pass no bill in. Remember the only thing Mark know about civil aviation is DHL. So we wasn't looking for nothing in the civil aviation. We know that ain't going on unless it's to say DHL and FedEx have priority on the runway in Nevis for sure. But outside of that, we ain't talking about none of them things. And big up SK by the way. I see SK going to get a new terminal. More planes, more services, easier access. Gonna make redundant some of the things we are gonna do with our $75 million expansion, but I mean not about that. You go, Mr. Premier. You know best. Yeah, well, me find it, Java, so I gain your respect. I search, but I nearly find one. But when I look at Ben Timothy Harris, boy, yeah, boy, I thought Zook bailed me out, boy. I said, boy, you look me $500, yeah, boy. I had to go back and check. I said, shit. Bye, Timo. He's a heavy man. He ain't playing with this thing at all. Mother, yeah. You know, like. Whatever.
Prosperity and think it's prosperity and SK is prosperity in the West. The West.
Okay. Unless I remember something else. Let me get to clear on.
Remember the Federation been run by a black belt, you know?
I guess the news can be on the morning, but let me get to the star of the show. Who gonna be the premier? And me gonna be the premier. Zoo. Bye. And oh yeah. Bye. No, me not. I mean, don't say me not bust no joke on Cleon tonight, so me gonna slow down on that. But Elvan Bayer, nearly catch me. I hope for the best for the honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons. I have several questions still. You know, but I'm gonna reserve those questions. I feel like she still need time. As me say, I need to stop attacking her. She says she's being attacked, particularly by the NRP. You know what I'm saying? Supporters. And she said, I mean, that's the politics where I practice. So, listen, on a serious note, me hope she not count me in terms of these people who have been attacking her. You know, on a levels, right? I respect Shibota so much, right? Duggins, right?
Yeah.
If Duggins was to tell me, Miji, I feel like you're violating, and this is how I feel like you're violating, I will stop and apologize for it.
Yeah.
Out of respect for the G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me not hear no such word yet. But I mean, Mr. DG look like he out of the federation right now too. So big up
Yeah,
Duggins.
man, of course.
Yeah, he sound like he's in New York. Big up Duggins, big up Cleon. Me ain't really got nothing to say. As me say, on the jokes department with Cleon, there was some joke. I had an observation. Cleon got the most viewed show on Van Radio, YouTube in the last couple of months. Beat everything what the premiere do. All of the morning that the premiere has done, she beat all of that. She and the premiere together by 1,000. She like try that and show you I don't even need the premiere, bro. I was doing here a favor or get his numbers up. You know what I'm saying? So those little observations. I mean, big up the player. Yeah, I see what you're doing. He got some things were clear on said, which I agree with. Not really me agree with, but I will see. And he got certain things yeah, me definitely agree with. I want to know more. One of the things we're Cleon talk about. Cleon allege power of a red skin. You can see what they can do, Alan. Grand Van and Paul View. Bye. Mr. Green, you don't have to tell me about the powers of a red skin. My God. Jason, I was talking about a red skin woman this weekend. Okay? And I'm talking about she in a threesome. Jason, I put on my shoes, I go outside, I'm walking my dog. Jason, you know who I see while I'm walking my dog? Stop me to tell me,
A red,
hey, oh,
a red
not
skin.
a red skin, the red skin. I wasn't even talking about for me. I was being happy for somebody else. Me just been attached. But I'm telling you, the same woman appear in front of me. Oh my god. Oh my god. And she's phenomenal. She get paid to look good. So, Javan, you don't have to tell me.
You tell the red skin I say hi though.
You don't know this. We don't have to tell her. You know she. Clear on a ledge.
That's why I say hi.
Oh, I feel you. She not it. She's just nice. Anyway. Cleon said that for the federal election, NRP finances show that they collect 10,000 in donations. Marcy yell now, what's a redskin woman? Marcy, they have white liver. First of all, that is one of the identification marks of a redskin woman. But as I have talk about redskin woman too, one of them has indicated that she has had dengue fever and it got her down. One of the baddies. I hope that you recover soon. All the ladies with your name, but alright, but oh my god. My news is well right now, but dengue fever is here, people. Y'all look out. Me done cover things. I see a man break the toilet up the road, throw over the toilet on the side of the road, so at least no water collect in the toilet. She said they collect. But Javan, when it comes to
Sure.
that they know, settle down is just who you love now. If you settle down with an Asian woman, well, they done in love. Hispanic lady, red skin. You see that? So me got two level of craziness in one. But you better, regardless of what woman you settle down with, she gonna be crazy. I don't know what that means either. White liver, someone who bleeds their skin. Marcy, no. But I wish I could have called some name. But let me just say, a lady of a high complexion is a red skin woman. You know what I mean? I like me not a red man. Me am brown man. When it coming into the caramel phases, that's when you live in the red woman category.
Remember that semi-red too, eh?
Oh, you are boy. Listen, don't even question this thing. He's a red man for sure. He's a red man for sure. He's a red man. Come on. He got a couple times that man don't try call me a red man, but nah. Cleon said NRP pulling 10,000 for the federal and 46,000 for the local in donations. So this ain't got nothing to do with other stuff. But from donations, 10,000 and 46. And she
Wow.
don't even know how they was able to contest the elections.
That's something she should be saying.
Javan, here what happened, right? I'm gonna tell you what the thing is. Redskin more toxic. So it's just you go do it, man. You go do it. What you gonna do? She gonna she gonna just walk up. Anyway. Wait, ask if that's something what she should be saying. My thing is what I would like,
Yeah.
because I've been talking about this, is campaign finances. I feel like it's time. Let me know how much people donate to these campaigns. Let me see which party is going against a juggernaut indeed. The party where got the money. The party where brokes. Adele, she was able to contest the election because Cleon is an amazing politician that NRP is gonna sorely miss. She was able to pull off success. I think she said a historical success in her election, and she only did it with like $2,000 from the party. That's how I take. And she getting 200 extra
That what she
votes.
said?
Yeah, according to the story.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. See ya? She said Paris, a customer get 550 votes. No. She ain't in them small numbers there. I think she get like 750 or something like that. Check. She leading with real things.
How much you think she can get next time?
That is speculation, but she's hopeful that she's gonna get a lot. Well,
Hmm.
listen. I was unclear about what her future plans were, because she at one point she said that she's gonna definitely continue, but then later down she said when she make up her mind whether she is going to continue, then Loretta, I hope you know that's the ice cream emoji, just in case you didn't know, that's the ice cream emoji. So if anybody want to throw ice cream pan Cleon, I'm not gonna tell you to do that. Unless she want ice cream to be thrown on her and she ain't gonna want that neither. Keep your ice cream to yourself. But she was unclear as to whether or not, as me said, she said she gonna still go think about it. But I wanna know, this campaign finance thing, you wanna know how much the party and them does go to war with?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know how much the parties does go to war with. I would like to know where the funds are coming from. Although the premier said that that would expose donors who don't want their name out there. I no other they got more than one ice cream cone on. You just got the cone with the waffle cone. But the next one there is the ice cream too. People been taught away the other thing to be, but not that.
Shaving cream.
And I would like to know say that like if any of the $4 million come on Nevis, that we know what's going on, and Dr. Joe and all politicians, man. You know what would impress me about Dr. Joe? If Dr. Joe, instead of he reading the report, if the report was read by the DPP, like yeah, making arrest, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. Because the next thing, you ever hear somebody investigate something, and them I tell you these people take up $20 million, and them I tell you so before they lock them up. If you been one of the people them who take up the money, and you hear that they got a report where say you take up money, what would you be doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
And you got access to dollars. You're shown that you got access to dollars.
I would have never been on the island.
And you know your passport. You know your passport. Got in something what could take you to some other jurisdiction. You check them kind of people they gonna get thing where they could get stampede and gone other places and so. See Lionel bring up another point there. The public needs to know where the campaign funds are coming from in order to know the government is operating in the interest of the people. Are the donors? But as I talk about that to boy Jason, I walk up in Hamilton. Hamilton got some hosts who need to be in better homes and gardens.
Mm.
Like I see a host. Me see a host, but daily and them, we need to give Lang a break, bro. This is the highest fence me ever see, Jason. And then I see some road and so going in. By the time I see where the house there, right? The house is nearly like an acre back into the property. And them man still got
Mm-hmm.
other things going on in between them. I say, boy, how me never know about this here? I well want to see somebody. I can stay walking in the region. I got to see who be dealing with this thing. But as I said, but we need this got donors. I want to see a situation where we could track this money, where we could see who got interest in the thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I agree with Cleon with that aspect there. Um, as I say, I've been criticizing NRP in terms of the scale of their events. By the way, the manga event the end of this month. Sometime early next month, sexy in black, something in black, something to do with black. But
But
see, how
Alan,
me I say that me never see CCM got a fundraiser, so me no know me no know how much fundraising CCM do. Where that do come from?
well, she only talked about the donations, and right? She never talked about the fundraising.
And you see that when I get confused there too again too. Because I didn't know if there is a distinction. When you're on the outside, you could talk and say everything. When you're in government, no, your hands are tied. But Javan, you ever see a government right now? Labor does the fundraising in SK. Let me know what's going on in SK. That's a being saying about his hush money period right there. I wanna know what's going
But
on. We
Alan,
need to be able to choose the money, yeah, man.
but Alan,
Tell me.
will she disclose her donor?
She said she had private donors. There was some. But listen, the more I make me talk about this, the more the joke and then spill out. Yeah. The more I got me talk about it, because then me got to explain. But she did not give up any. I think she said she went to a meeting with a financier, and then the financier, tells she that the big man, done SK, say you ain't going tough enough. Come Mark Bradley, but that it confused me because why would Cleon got to go tough on Mark when she's not the leader of the party and Mark is not in she constituency? Really seemed to me. Me not get the connection point. Panda part there. That one they not being connected. And unless it's like Cleon had such an influence in this election that she was the reason why Miss Bartlett was able to do so good. That's the only way I could have taken that and make that day make sense. Cause me couldn't understand why them must say Cleon need to go harder against Mark. Me no see what I would have done.
I guess she's trying to get a point across that she got a financier. So she should have been leader.
No. She's saying that this financier was being controlled by a SK politician. So she was saying that she was showing the financier that she ain't just gonna be taking the messages and she ain't gonna be controlled. She ain't nothing with that. So that wasn't she financier. I tell you, she financed. The money was she raised. That was due to the fact that she had relationships with people. None of these people get you money based on the NRP story. They get you money based on the fact that she's Cleon Tyra Stapleton Simmons. And she has convinced them that, they
But
need to invest their trust.
but she can't use that. She could use that now, but she can't use that knowing she can't use that from the past because guess what? Those are people who supported NRP.
But okay. Well, let me get into another part, because she been said this another interesting thing, and I had to argue with my honey about this. She said that he got a lot of transactional and transitional supporters in our politics right now. Do you agree with that? Transactional and transitional supporters in our politics. You agree with that statement there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also agree with that statement. I would go further to say I wish there was more transactional and transitional supporters. But you only got a little bit where you got right now. My next question to you is that a bad thing? To be a transactional supporter? Cause even when I was taking it in, is Dahlia had to explain to me how the transactional part could be taken as a bad thing. So you feel like that's a bad thing?
Yo, it could be taken as a bad thing if you depending on how much control that person has.
Me not ask you how you could me ask you if you feel like it's a bad thing. Me don't tell you that me feel like there should be more, so you're supposed to know how me feel about it already.
Well, right now I'm just processing it and looking at it from all angles. And
No,
I would say yes.
right now oh, you would say yes is a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing.
Oh. Um Hear me argument. Uh, if she's saying transactional as far as she trying to say people get money to do something, me mind not even been a thing. So me not been in the gutter. For once in my life, I was naive. So me not even think about transactional from that perspective. But what me I say to all voters, this is just an Alan Powell opinion. If you get into vote for a party every 5 years and then you're in a relationship with them people, how the hell you telling me you ain't supposed to be transactional? How you telling me you ain't supposed to be watching how this affect the bank account, how it has affected the bank account? What the hell is all the purpose of all these manifesto if it ain't gonna be transactional? And if I look in politician, I tell I my brand is the shape of water. He could fit in any job. He's a fluid guy. If he's the shape of water, you ain't gonna try be the shape of wind. So you could go anywhere too, and you could be light, and you could bounce and be transitional in your ass. So that if you see that the transaction ain't taking place, you could transition elsewhere. Me not just think it people transition. A lot of transition, me see going on, I think me don't see labor, me see unity, me see back of labor again. Cause you go watch the transaction, me not see nothing wrong. How else are we gonna hold them accountable if this thing ain't transactional? And it's supposed to be support for support.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also, by the way, where I was telling somebody, you got a politician who I can fix, you know. But she gonna go, no. Who here, while events to go? She says so. Transaction in terms of certain areas getting more development, jobs, housing, and of course, then she's right. She said about just getting money to vote. No. Exactly, Marlene. And that's the next thing. If she answer, she got to be kind of. I would like to hear with some clarity what she mean about the transactional part, because you got to be looking at what taking place. And if you see that you go get a better deal elsewhere, but me not understand what taking place. We living in a capitalist society, and you ain't gonna be transitional and transactional. So you support this person. They ain't doing nothing for you. You ain't gonna transition. What? No, me not understand it. I wish more people would be transitional. I feel like you know what I mean. Hard cause is important, you know. Cause they gonna help set up, and you know they gonna bring their energy and so too. But there is a solid amount of people who need to be in the cut and be able to think for themselves and say, yeah, I'm gonna be transitional. You're gonna go come and show me what you're planning to do. Come with some more substance. Me no feel like I'm being transitional and transactional as a supporter. But as I say, I would need to hear more. Maybe she just think about the bribery. But she got to do more in that area there. She got to do more in terms of if this is going on, come with them files there too.
But you feel like certain things what she said she gonna eat them back up, right?
Mm, listen, I'm confused by a number of things, but as I said, that's what I'm saying. That's why I got questions, man. It's still split. I don't know. I got questions. Just based off of what she's saying. Because even when I was looking at when I was looking at the show, I thought that this thing was gonna be a blow by blow breakdown of how Mr. Perry is wrong, yeah? But Cleon basically play one clip and then talk for 2 hours, well an hour now. Body one clip. So that's how come I tell you, I hear and I understand what's going on with Cleon. So man, trouble Cleon tonight. I couldn't hear Cleon like a song and go troubleshoot tonight. And I don't want to trouble Cleon in the future. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get there, man. Really part of Cleon there, right? Because if we're saying that the Premier got the CCM has a master plan to win in St. Thomas's, I think most people are saying that it's gonna be because there's a split in the voting. That what the hypothesis is. Clear when I say basically even though she been on an NRP ticket, she run as an independent candidate. So if she get the donors, that's what I tell you, if she get the donors, she feel like I say she's gonna be able to pull this thing off. Now, if this thing is really gonna happen, if you're really gonna go all over, Mr. Premier, this is where you gotta like show me something. You're gonna got to at some stage in time clear on to say what party she going, and she gonna go funding, and you don't hear what she say. Okay, let me take it back. That's reckless speculation to say that the Premier is involved with Cleon's story. But whoever is funding Cleon, just know, based off of what she said, if you ain't got the correct set of funds, ain't gonna be working at all. And there will need to be funding to get this thing over the
But
line.
even if he got the right amount of funds, you understand me? The funds that can go to one person because she gonna need a whole team.
But this is what I try to tell you. It is a party got to farm, no? Because this thing got to be chipping away at votes everywhere. No, she said it might possibly end up in litigation. But remember she was supposed to sue NRP for wrongfully, illegally ejecting her from the party. So I'm gonna hear nothing more that yet. She got less votes in STT, eh? Let's look at. Well, I was looking for 2017, I don't know. But the one I see in 2006, she gave more votes than Mr. Perry for sure.
But Alan, she gonna get more votes than Mr. Perry. Like, come on, certain people wasn't able to vote during that time.
Me just to tell you. I
But
I think
what I'm saying is like, remember, remember, when it come to when it come to the time and age and whatever, right? You're getting generational votes, you know?
no where she said the generation and them a change. This is and see me I watch 2013 results now and she get more than Mr. Perry in 2013 as well. So if she get more than him in 2017, that's it. I can't analyze. I want him to the boys since December I can't find him. You know, boy, it look like I'm good. I got to go with that thing. You know? Yeah. She also said that the nature of St. Thomas's is changing and ain't no sure see. She said she had to mash works. What you're seeing there is not the results of just sure see. She to swear about it, but I don't know if she can so she taking people not paying her bills. What of her saying people are checked to burn down her office to try to get her lease on Wade asks her who she sending a letter to and why is the only lie letter she does write. Listen man, I just want to get clear on a lot of joke. I ain't got no smoke for the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons. Y'all need to let the woman strive. Um, you
Rascally.
aim, you aim must support them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like she need to be attacked. She should at least have the room because at least when she get the room, then me might be able to get my questions answered. Man. But at one point in time, right, I got some more questions for Cleon, right? At one point in time, then I said, boy, Abby, I got to make an exception and reach out to Cleon and say, Cleon, we would like you to be our first guest on the topics. Understand? And we only got one single rule. We ain't pausing this interview here for nothing. Not a thing could pause this year. Earthquake come. We running the interview. Mm,
And we rolling.
um,
What? What's like, you are being combative.
uh, who else?
Special
Who
good
else?
evening to Mr. Honorable Mark Brantley, the Premier Nevis. Special good evening to Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. Special good evening to the unpopular Janelle Nisbet, Honorable. Um, Special good evening to Honorable Eric Eveling. Special good evening to who I'm missing, Ron Isles. Special good evening to Dr. Patricia Bartlett. Special good evening to who I'm missing here. Who I'm missing? Spencer Brand, Honorable Spencer Brand. Good evening to you. Special good evening to the onlookers, the screen recorders, etc. You know who you are. Good night to you.
So, so you live in St. Paul and you're not Eddie.
Eddie,
And you ain't
oh,
gonna say.
special good evening. Hold on, man. Eddie, I forget the people them up there. A special good evening to Jada Keynes. Yes. How could I forget you? Yeah, man. Big up everybody. Oh, special good evening to Mervyn Hanley. Special good evening to Enzi Daniel, Kelvin Daly, Kahalai Powell, Tulu, you know. Special good evening to Sugar. Special good evening to Latoya. Special good evening to Evelyn, the contractor. Special good evening to the people of St. Paul's. Special good evening to the people of St. Thomas's. You know what I mean? I love the dynamic of St. Thomas's people. Anything paint blue, we paint it back. Special good evening
But
to the people of St. James. Special good evening to the people of St. George. St. John's, good evening to you. St. Paul's, good evening.
hey, Jason, a couple of months ago, I had to talk about down in the terminal, down SK, need to go in one of them vending machine. You know, the man put in a vending machine.
Mm-hmm.
Talk too fast. And I got to be more conscious about what they're saying.
You got
And
what more?
I need to talk when the plan done in action. Yeah, I need to talk more when the plan done in action. Jason, if the premier wanted Alexis to get a boost, right? Wouldn't it make sense for the premier to make Alexis the leader of the opposition?
Yeah.
He will not be better. Like he will not be able to get a relationship with you, but still able, you know what I mean? Gazooka do the real pitbull things and be able to be like, bah, talk to the leader of the opposition. Kyle Gawa Cleon saying, me not the leader of the opposition, no. A she go talk, no, a he go talk to, Dr. Joe. This man ain't even in the NIA. This man is only a federal minister. So if you want something, go on.
But Alan, when you not got confidence in your team, who not even talk to you, what expect to happen?
But Zook was gonna be able to talk for him. Remember, Zook is the man who say, I'm gonna be the premier, the acting premier. Anytime Mark leave the country,
But listen to what I'm saying. Before Zook and them post anything, that they got to be approved by the premier. You know?
but no, the man would have get to go a meeting last week, and Eric went to a UNICEF meeting in a Nevis. Get to talk with himself. That would have been Zook in there, no? And the man would not want no mirror or nothing. He just got to do like a so, and them man see all of them reflection by just show them man in head. But really and truly, you could show them man in chin, and them man still gonna see the reflection. He just go let them man pick a chin. So which one I want to see? That one you for? You want, you want. But me just not understand like how come he ain't boosting up the guy. Can me watch. Imagine you're supposed to be there on your Friday. Friday afternoon is a kind of free up afternoon. And Friday afternoon you got to go over Van Radio, go to on point, man. You check and nobody studying you. I don't understand. I feel like being the leader of the opposition would have been a much better shot. You know what I mean? Let the man go around like an argument, talk about Nevis fishy and then kind of things there. Right now,
And the
could you
Charleston
imagine?
and the Charleston record.
Could you imagine? The leader of the opposition right now. We had an ambassador go outside of St. Kitts and Nevis and embarrass the country. And the man can't say nothing. At least Zoo could have been able to, like, you know what I mean? A little tension, man. Well, I know just showed up in a white suit while everyone was in blue in the latest CCM picture. Does that mean Eric is the man out front? Well, yeah, Eric got the biggest lead, you know? Get slung. If she agrees to come, I will volunteer. The boss may tell me to the third door. Yeah, I've been out trust you for that one, for that one there. Know what I'm saying? But I got questions for Cleon. Just about me I want to ask nothing about what done happen. Me no want to ask nothing what done happen. Me want to talk nothing. I just want to know what the plan is going forward. Cause really and truly, when we think about it, it might take long. Although every answer she give me won't give me any question. Uh,
Eric,
um, Eric, yeah, that they gonna be a mistake. Eric, you understand? The deputy premier, if everybody go off the island, including the speaker, then we gonna come down to Zoo. But everybody, including all the opposition members too. By the time you can't tell me I will do nothing tomorrow. If I was to listen, let me just say this now, right? If with all the niceness, all what you be mean say, I is to get see why I got me a mash up my English. If I am to get any document saying anything outside Alan Tanky, we go I not me not make Jason do it, but I gonna get a private show tomorrow. Cause I going am bad. I reading out the letter. I going am bad. Me want no letter.
well,
We don't say
you not got to do no private show without me, no. Cause
uh,
you know me I tell you
I
willing
no.
king. I'm to you.
I'm not gonna be reacting well to my letter. I don't tell her no, don't attack her. I don't believe in them things. These things need to reach a good discourse. I remember the one point where I want to say about the premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley. And I want to go back and I tell her that interview that I be doing with the premier wasn't bad. So Jason, when we was talking to the premier, we were asking the premier about debates. And we were speaking about we feel like that would be good. For the opposition, all the parties who going up, for you to see them, it would be better for this all the supporters and them to be like in a space. Everything is better rather than just having this combative story.
Mm-hmm.
Now the premier gave a very interesting answer. I'll be able to tell the premier about things that I feel like gonna be good for the country. The premier answer to Abby is about money. No, okay, let me tell you what the answer be and explain when. He said he never share the stage with nobody, basically, go Lord and you. You gotta earn that for yourself. If you got it, then you could come. But I ain't sharing the stage with you. That's about money. If you challenge, let me okay. how would I know, right? Whether your song, whether ecstasy song is better than Stone Love Anarchy.
You come on the same stage.
So it is possible that you got a song out there with more resources than you. But when it comes to the skills of being a DJ,
Mm-hmm.
you got equal, if not better skills.
Mm-hmm.
So if Stone Love is to clash you, it's a risk for them. Because
Not a
if
risk
you
for me.
and them reach, if you and them reach on the same stage and people end up to find out you are the same thing, then really and truly, why book Stone Love when you go book Ecstasy Sound? So Stone Love wouldn't even respond to you. If you go online and you cuss them on Twitter all night, they're gonna be like, who is Ecstasy Sound? Me not share my spotlight with Ecstasy Sound. Ain't about money.
Embarrassment.
No, but ain't about money. Why then I want to
Not
share
for
the
he.
spotlight with you? Who you talk about? New level?
No, me talk about in terms of my brand.
Me only say it seem like me only say it seem like a money thing because them there are examples where you use in a them kind of world. You understand where is like me no want to be up there with me no want give me competition a boost. So me got to
Yo,
pick and choose them kind of ways there. Got it.
Javon, ask new level how they start, then you come again in here. End of quote.
Um you know down here and Wood is a host. So you not got to get tangled up every anytime anybody mention ecstasy song. You ain't here. When class in the morning and the teacher I say who is there, you ain't marking present, please. So you just gotta cool me, but you gotta let it go.
Yeah, and I have a next song now. It's called Status International.
You gotta go build that from scratch. Can me never hear about status international.
I will post the video
And
when you're done.
I really and truly, you shouldn't be no status international in your ass. International is only when you go away, you know. You ain't no Canada, you're there. Status international is a Canadian zone. So if you want to be international, go at least America. You know what I mean? Go England. And then you come back with the international part, you upgrade. But right now, you is status domestic in your ass.
What you dragging my brothers in? I ain't dragging your brothers. Is me teach them how me go drag who me teach. When they wanted to learn this thing, I mean they come to by the shop. I would never drag them. I would quicker endorse them. I would never clash them. I would pull them up when they do stupidness from time to time. But hey, status international.
Um, you don't deal with this one. You have any more shots to send?
No. Pew pew.
So I've been asked about the premier now. He ain't want to share the spotlight
No.
with nobody else. you bring something to the table. If you are equal, maybe. If you are more, definitely. Because I could get a boost after that. But if you're less than, no
But
bother with that.
it's like Alan, it's like a situation like this, you know. Imagine you imagine you cherish your Gucci shoes and me come up on the same stage as you with the same Gucci shoes and mash them down.
Um, we, we say, me got my shoes, and me
Yeah,
feel
you
like them
got Alan
special.
like yeah.
Me
Mm-hmm.
take care of them, but you wear yours because you probably got more than one.
Ah,
These are like your fifth pair. You're accustomed to them kind of thing.
like for instance, he had one culture and me had on a decent shot, right? And when me look, me see this fat man I eat chicken, right? And he shot mess up a ketchup. Same shot like a mine, you know? But how me take off mine, boy? He don't devalue that there, you know?
So he ain't wanna share the spotlight because they're gonna devalue he.
That's what he think, you know. But in reality, you know what I mean, it's more of a threat because guess what? We only hear in one side because a man got time to process what he got to say, you know. When a man meet up face to face and say what he got to say live and direct right that's also. You understand me? You gotta come good, you know. You gonna come according to a script, but if a man hit you a shot, we don't expect. How you gonna take time to process that to fire back? So that's why
Junior,
I
the
said
date you
last
mean?
week, yes.
Oh, you mean Junior? Oh, but he gonna be better. He gonna most likely win.
Because he's water.
Are you talking about the collective? He concerned about the group losing overall, but he feel like he gonna be able to do what he got to do.
But
Because
yo, a man will always look good when you talk by yourself, you know. But when he end up in a predicament where when he get into a debate or whatever, you understand me, his back is against the wall. Because guess what? A man can pitch to him certain things the right away, depending how swift the man be and diligent he is also.
but me can't believe that he gonna be worried about himself though. You're talking about he gonna be worried about somebody else. You what you really are trying to tell me? The premier is concerned about.
Remember, he not gonna got no charge at that point. You know, this ain't a phone call when you call and whatever, and you go hang up on a man when you feel like, you know.
See, me feel like the premier got certain equipment, and you know feel like he got that particular equipment. Me feel like if the premier, I feel like the premier is a good test taker.
But I feel like too, Abi does put the name, Abi does stick with the name in the head as a higher person, so you don't want to ask certain things. So it's like when you meet the person in front of you, you don't treat them as regular. So you don't want to say certain things and you don't want to make the mistakes of certain things. But if you treat them as a regular, you might not flow so easy and deal with it so easily. Like for instance, you understand me? If he come here so we wouldn't say fuck you so easy, Premier. You understand me? Because we're gonna find out how to tell you that fuck you in a different way. I could tell you fuck you because I'm more comfortable with you. But no, me gonna look upon him differently. You check it out?
Uh,
Not how me look at you. And
you're
that's the
talking
problem.
you're talking a lot of fuck. If the premier come and me see the topics up there, and me see the green
Listen,
and the black and the red, it gonna be the topics. If his
I don't
manners
mean
is
you.
real.
I didn't mean you in particular.
Okay, okay. But here what happened because you got me straying far from the point what me really are trying to make.
Go ahead.
We, um Right now, we got the premier saying that the parties need to done with all the bickering, basically, done with all the attacking, done with all the diatribes. The parties need to come talk to one another. They need to be more civil. I don't want to tell you, not that I've been asking, man. But it's just that we were, and same thing, we was framing it in this is what would be good for neighbors. It would be good if the there's people could see the back and forth. I don't forget about how to talk bad words. Since for me, we was talking about the same thing, but when we were talking about it, he was only seeing it from the perspective of himself. Well, how me gonna get bigger? Watch you know. Me see some things and I gonna kill them right now. Me see some toothpaste. Mark and is like a Mark Brantley toothpaste. And then he got some other tablets there. Some Mark Brantley tablets, and them I tell you, you know, if you got any trouble, you just take them tablets here. You know what I mean? And you go revitalize or wherever it be. If you in CCM who got authority, if y'all in CCM who got ambition, and if in general you then, because as me I tell you, these things when me seeing nobody else except one man here. It's only one man got CCM shoes all these things. Everything is revolving around one man. You ever hear about Julius Caesar? Everything is just, well, what I got to do for me. And I know that when he speak, he can say, well, you know, for the people of Navis and way this and all. Yeah, sweet lyrics. Talented. But when you're asking him real questions about what is good for the country, he telling you, well, for me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Jason I am then I move up and down. He has quickly become distracted. So I'm gonna beat him and I'm gonna say good night to all of y'all before him. I hope y'all were entertained and informed. And hope I get a little joke too. Even though me not been a boss man at Miss Stapleton expense on this evening. So I
Yeah,
hope
man.
y'all
Manners and respect to each and everybody. Yeah. Yes, I did. So they do. Oh.
yeah, Ira.
With your body clever. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not Justin Timberlake. Write me a river. Lately, I be having conversations with myself because I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself because I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose who instead. I be having conversations with myself because I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You tried to convince me it was all in my head, and I felt like it's not you, it's me instead. I wanted to rock with you,